Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 11.
Breaking news in Lexington tonight. A man seriously injured when police say a car hit him.
Arctic air continues to make its way into central and eastern Kentucky. We're tracking the temperature drop and looking ahead toward more wintry weather coming up.
Organizations that help the homeless are scrambling to get ready for this early blast of winter. How you can help them.
And a basketball team touching tribute to a player battling a terminal illness. WKYT News at 11 starts now. We begin with a breaking news alert that we're tracking for you here in Lexington. Police tell us a man suffered life-threatening injuries after being hit by a car.
They say he was walking across a busy road at the time tonight. This happened about 7 o'clock on North Broadway near Loudon. Police say it was raining at the time and dark in that area, but they're not sure if that played any roles in the crash. The injured man was taken to UK Hospital. His name and condition have not been released. The driver of the car was not injured, and police say he was cooperating with them. Lexington police called in their crash reconstruction unit to investigate.
Also breaking tonight, Lexington firefighters are on the scene of a house fire. It started about 9:30 tonight on Traveler Road off Parker's Mill Road. A woman inside the house got out safely. Firefighters say that the fire started on the outside of the house and they kept it from spreading inside. That fire is now out. No one was injured. Firefighters are not yet sure what caused that fire.
And now to the weather. Temperatures have taken a big drop tonight because of a cold front that's sweeping across the bluegrass.
And the Arctic air moving in won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey is tracking the winter-like weather for us. Hi, Chris.
Hey, guys. Better than a 30-degree temperature drop in many areas from this afternoon to where we are now. And we're going to keep on dropping right on into the overnight. Let's check out where the Arctic front is. It is now finally pushing into the mountains of eastern Kentucky. Look to our west, a lot of mid and upper 30s. Get into eastern Kentucky, we're still seeing a couple of 60-degree temperatures. Now, those 60s are getting ready to push on out of the state, being replaced by the chilly 30s. 38 already in the capital city of Frankfort, 40 Lexington, and we're going to drop into the 30s here in just a matter of minutes. 45 Richmond, 51 London. That front slammed through there about an hour or so ago. Now, as we make our way through the remainder of the overnight, that cold air is going to continue to rush its way on into town. And we take a look at the hour-by-hour forecast with your back porch thermometer, your car thermometer as you head out the door to work or school in the morning around 7, reading upper 20s and low 30s. Wind chill numbers, though, may be much, much colder than that. Live First Alert Defender with showers galore across central and eastern Kentucky, seeing the greatest concentration basically right on top of the Lexington metro. But the focus of the forecast is on what else? The big Arctic cold plunge. And now we talk about some snow chances trying to creep into the picture. We'll break it down, guys, with the hour-by-hour forecast and the latest model data coming up.
All right, Chris, thank you. With cold weather in the forecast for a while, people who help the homeless are doing whatever they can to help keep them warm.
But for one Lexington organization, this early blast of winter weather has given them some big challenges. WKYT's Garrett Weimer explains in our top story at 11.
It's dangerous to your life, man. You freeze to death out there.
Mike Wilson knows what it's like to be homeless during the winter.
You just have to dress good, man. You can't be out here without some good clothes and stuff on. I got 4 layers on right now of hoodies and stuff, plus a big coat and stuff. And other than that, man, the gloves. If you don't, man, you're going to get cold.
During the day, Wilson relies on the Catholic Action Center as a place he can keep warm. And he says at night he stays at the ministry's community inn.
That difference of having a place to go where there's heat, it can be the difference for some between life and death.
The Catholic Action Center says normally they're a little more prepared for the winter, but this year the cold has come just so early.
But this didn't give us time to get ready. This is just kind of coming in with a blast.
Now they're looking for donations to help those like Wilson stay warm, because he says you can't survive sleeping on the streets when the temperatures turn cold. His message to folks at home, don't forget him and the other homeless this winter.
It's really important to help out homeless people, and I wish you people would really reach out and help people the best y'all can. It means a whole lot to me, and God bless them all.
In Lexington, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Well said. Staff at God's Net are asking for donations of clothes, blankets, socks, hats, and gloves. You can donate at their location. They're at East 7th Street. That's tomorrow morning beginning at 9:30. This Arctic blast has already settled in across parts of the Midwest and Great Plains. In Texas, listen to this. Temperatures going from the 70s to the teens in one day. More than 2 feet of snow fell in Michigan's Upper Peninsula, and nearly 1.5 feet of snow fell across parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota. The cold air is expected to reach the East Coast by the end of the week.
Tonight, a woman continues to recover after police say her estranged boyfriend stabbed her before taking his own life. It happened this morning in the parking lot of Meese Middle School in Somerset. Police say Angie Rodriguez had just dropped off her child at the school when her estranged boyfriend, Marcos Popche, asked her to meet him in the parking lot. Police say Popche started reading what started as a love letter but ended with a threat. And then they say he stabbed Rodriguez before turning the knife on himself. Both were taken to UK hospital, where police say Popche later died. Family members say he had threatened Rodriguez before.
He tried to kill her a month ago. He tried to choke her to death. She has her own house. They were living together. I made him move because he tried to kill her.
Police say Rodriguez suffered serious injuries. We're told that Rodriguez and Popche each had children, but not together.
Still many questions tonight as police try to figure out who shot and killed a woman in Lee County. Investigators say 36-year-old Patricia Lutz was shot last night outside her home on Highway 2016. Police are calling this a murder investigation. An autopsy revealed Lutz was shot once in her torso. Neighbors say Lutz was a friendly woman, and they can't believe what happened.
Me and her brother was going deer hunting when we heard about it and came back. It just shocked me.
At this point, police say they do not know who fired the shot or where that shot even came from.
Well, some tense moments in a Lexington neighborhood today when a woman was hit by a car. It happened about 5:30 this afternoon on Henry Clay Boulevard near Menifee Avenue. Lexington police say the woman suffered minor injuries and did not have to be taken to the hospital. Police say they are still investigating what led to that crash.
Tonight's women's basketball game between Georgetown College and Midway was more meaningful than a normal matchup on the court because both teams played to show their support for Lauren Hill. Hill is a college basketball player in Ohio. She was diagnosed with a rare and terminal form of brain cancer. Georgetown College junior Jessica Foster grew up around the same area as Hill and was touched by her story, which is why Foster dedicated tonight's game to her. T-shirts with Hill's number on it, number 22, were sold out by halftime. And athletic officials say they raised $3,000 for Hill's family during tonight's game.
I think it's just amazing how many people come out, and some people just gave money, you know, and so I just think it's really awesome how people just buy the T-shirt, even though it wasn't their size. They were like, okay, I'll take one. You know, they just want to show their support for this girl, and I just think it's awesome.
To honor Hill during Tuesday's game, Foster switched jerseys with a teammate to wear number 22, which is Lauren Hill's number.
On this Veterans Day, ceremonies were held across the Bluegrass to salute those who have served our country. Hundreds of people gathered for the annual Veterans Day service at Camp Nelson National Cemetery in Jessamine County. One woman told us she came to visit the grave of her uncle who served during World War II. It was the first visit since his burial just a few years ago.
You can feel, there's an atmosphere that you can feel around the area. And, you know, it just brings it home a little more clearly what's been sacrificed for our freedoms.
Eastern Kentucky University also held a Veterans Day service. The names of fallen veterans were read aloud and a moment of silence was held at the university's Veterans Memorial. In Washington, D.C. tonight, a free concert was held as a thank you to veterans. Bruce Springsteen, Rihanna, and others performed during the Concert for Valor. Tens of thousands of veterans and active duty service members attended the show at the National Mall. Those at the concert and people watching at home were urged to support veteran services groups.
A mother calls it a miracle her toddler survived. How that child is doing tonight after falling out of a second-floor window.
Also coming up here at 11, what police say they found inside an Eastern Kentucky pawn shop during a raid today. We have more now about a story that we told you about earlier. Her story has inspired many people around the country. An Ohio college basketball player battling terminal brain cancer.
Lauren Hill got to play in a game earlier this month for Mount St. Joseph University near Cincinnati, and she scored a layup. Doctors fear that she may not have much longer to live. So tonight, Georgetown College honored Hill during the women's basketball game, and fans and players helped raise money for her family. WKYT's Jordan Valines has our story new at 11.
Tuesday's matchup between Georgetown College and Midway meant much more than just a game or what team came out on top. This game meant that much more because it was played not only for points, but for a person. In one way or another, Lauren Hill's story has made its way into many hearts.
You don't see every day someone that has cancer and still wants to fight and play the game of basketball.
Off the court, Hill is fighting for her life after being diagnosed with terminal brain cancer. But Georgetown's basketball team wanted Hill to know that she isn't in this alone.
All the support behind her is really helping her be strong.
Which is why Tuesday's game was held in Hill's honor.
People wanted to come to this game tonight just from all over. It didn't matter if they were from Georgetown or I've gotten calls from Ohio.
Almost every single person
Would you like to buy a shirt? They're $5.
giving what they could.
Don't worry about the shirt.
Thank you.
Okay?
To help a girl whose story has in some way helped them.
It shows me what great faith she has, and we all need it.
All the proceeds from Tuesday's game will be donated toward Lauren Hill's family to help them with the medical expenses. In Georgetown, Jordan Valines, WKYT.
A lot of love there tonight. Georgetown College officials say they raised $3,000 from tonight's game, and all of that will go to Lauren Hill's family.
Such a great thing, great gesture.
It is. Well, more on a Laurel County child that fell out of a second-floor window. Her mother says it's a miracle that she was not seriously injured.
Yeah, 2-year-old Shia Morgan was airlifted at Kentucky Children's Hospital after falling at the Corbin Manor Apartments last night. Her mother says a babysitter was caring for the girl and her young brother at the time when the little girl fell, but if not for a neighbor's help, Shia could have been seriously injured.
Nobody would have known. She would have just been out there by herself. Anything else could have happened to her. She got up and walked away and probably got hit by a car or something. Or behind the apartments, there's a landslide. It's sinking, and she could have fell down that or anything. And babysitter wouldn't have known. Nobody would have known.
Shia's mother says the girl only suffered some cuts, bumps, and bruises. Tonight, we are gathering details about a raid at an eastern Kentucky business. This afternoon, state police served a search warrant at the Inez Pawn Shop in Martin County. Police say it was the result of an extensive investigation into illegal activity there. Police say they seized gambling machines, money, drugs, and some other items.
Friends have planned a fundraiser to help a Scott County mother. She lost her husband and a young son in a crash. Last month, 22-year-old Trevor Spencer and his 3-year-old son Skylar died in the crash on Highway 227. Trevor's widow, Jessica Spencer, gave birth shortly after that crash. Friends have planned a memorial walk and a fundraiser to help Jessica pay for funeral costs and to support her 2 surviving children. The event begins Saturday at noon on the track in front of Scott County Middle School.
A bizarre rescue in Colorado. Firefighters helped a man who got stuck between 2 walls of a department store. Firefighters in Longmont think the man got into the Marshall's department store through a vent in the roof, but they think he may have gotten stuck 2 days ago. Employees at the store say they heard someone yelling yesterday, but they couldn't tell where it was coming from. Today, they noticed the man yelling through a hole in the wall. Firefighters cut into the building to rescue the man. Firefighters are not sure why he crawled through the vent into the store. Only Santa can get in those places like that.
Maybe that's the last time he'll try something like that.